Hello everyone, welcome to Simple Crochet channel. I'm so glad to be with you in this video, and especially in this video because this is the wrap of our crochet along project. In this video I'm going to introduce two stitches and combine them together to create this pattern. As you can see, this diamond with pearl shape, and I call it pearl within diamonds. I hope you like it and enjoy doing it. And as you can see, I didn't do this pattern in squares. No, I just combined the three squares together and just did one large piece of rectangle. And I'm going to show you how to do it and the exact measure for all of these. So let's start. To introduce one stitch and do three squares which measured 8 inches each, but this time with this pattern I decided to introduce the last two stitches in this pattern with this pattern and do two rectangular shape like this. So to equal my three squares, I just combined the 8-inch square together. So I chained here multiple of 26 three times. Then I started to build up my pattern like this. So I'm going to introduce this stitch, which includes two different stitches, this modified treble stitch and the parry stitch. And why I decided to do this pattern, because I just ran out of the yarn that I used for my blanket, so I had to go to another color that I have because I'm short of yarn right now, and I'm only going to do two stitches, so it equals 6 squares. So I decided to do this piece of rectangle shape and another piece, so it gives me the nice shape that I want. So I'm going to introduce this pattern in small sample, and you are free to either do as I did here, one big rectangular shape, or you can just do an 8-inch square as usual and just repeat this pattern 6 times. Now I thought about doing a challenge about this video in this project that we are going to do. Whoever gets to win this challenge will have the chance to choose from 3 different projects to have one pattern for free. This video's challenge is going to be whoever gets to do this pattern first. So you can either do it in square or in rectangular as I did here, and I'm going to introduce 3 different projects, and the winner will choose one of these projects to make things more thrilling and more fun. I hope you all win. If 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or even 10 people just did the pattern and I like it, I can just send it to everyone who just share. It's going to be different pattern about beautiful things you will choose among. I hope you like it and enjoy doing this pattern. Now to do this pattern you need to focus on the counting of the stitches. It's rather advanced and kind of tricky pattern. I will go it slowly and step by step so you can master it. And if you do have any question about this pattern or any other pattern, you can just leave a comment or join the Facebook group where I share all my free pattern and instruction to these stitches, so you can have both the written pattern and the video. Now we are going to chain multiple of 6, so I have here 24 chains. Now I am going to add 2 more, 1, 2, and here is the trick about this stitch. You are going to skip only one stitch here. This is the stitch for the height, and start from the second stitch of the hook here and work 1/2 double crochet in each chain. This is how you work 1/2 double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook in the chain, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook, and repeat this all along the stitches like this. Yarn over, insert the hook in the chain, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through the 3 loops together. So this is how you do half double crochet, and you keep just doing this for the whole row. Now I have reached the end of my row and I only have 1 stitch left, so I am going to do 1/2 double crochet in this stitch. The trick about this first row is that I chained multiple of 6, so I do have 24 chains here. So I supposed to end my first row with 24 stitches, but no, the first row is going to be 25 stitches. So you just add 1 extra stitch at the end, because we have chained 2 extra chains and just used only 1 for the height. So this is an important tip about this row. You chain multiple of 6, but you end up with 1 extra stitch because of the 2 stitches or the 2 chains that you have done at the very beginning, and we only use 1 chain for the height. Now to start row 2, you are going to chain 1 and turn, and whenever you start any row you are going to chain 1 and turn, and it's not counted as a stitch. Turn your work. Of course you can just mark this stitch whenever you do, so you won't insert your hook in it and you have straight edges. You are going to work another row of half double crochet, so you are going to yarn over, insert the hook in the first stitch, not this stitch that you have done for the height, but the first one in the row. This is the first one. You have this for the height and this is the first one, and do 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. Now I am almost at the end of the row and I have 2 stitches left, and be careful about the last stitch. So you just do this and you will find it little twisted here, but just you can mark it so you won't miss it like this to have straight edges again. Now we are going to chain 1, turn our work and start our pattern. This pattern done in 8 rows, so it's a repetition of 8 rows. So this is row 1 and row 2. Now to start row 3, you are going to do 1 modified treble crochet front post. This is how you work this stitch. You are going to yarn over twice the hook and just count 4 stitches from the first row that you did. This is the first one here, second one, and third one, and this is the 4th one. So I am going to insert my hook around this 4th one and do 1 treble like this. 1, 2, 3, and insert your hook in this hole, around this hole, and just yarn over and pull the yarn from under. So you have 4 loops on the hook. This is how you're going to work this treble. Yarn over and pull through only 1 loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So you are left with 2 loops on the hook. You are going to return to the first stitch in the third row. This is the first stitch here, this one here, and you are going to work slip stitch with these 2 loops on the hook like this. Be careful that this yarn is behind the hook, not in front of it. No, it's behind the hook. So you just return to the first stitch in the row like this and just work a slip stitch. I know it's a little bit difficult, so I'm going to show you this again. I think this is a tricky part about this stitch, one of the tricky parts about this stitch. So you end up with 2 loops on your hook, and you need to insert your hook in this first stitch in the row. So what you're going to do is just keep the yarn behind the hook like this. You don't yarn it over, no, just keep it behind and return to the first stitch here and insert the hook and pull the yarn from under and just pull it through these 2 loops here. That's it. You do your slip stitch and end your modified treble crochet stitch here front post. Now you need to work 5 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is the 5 single crochet. Now what you're going to do is just yarn over the hook twice, and we're going to repeat the unfinished or the modified treble crochet front post, but this time we are going to return to these stitches that we have done the first wing of this diamond shape, because we started doing the diamond stitch here. So I am going to return to this stitch from here to there, the same as front post. So like this, and just insert the hook like this around it and just pull the yarn through. It's rather complicated, but I'm sure you will get it. Now yarn over, pull through only 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So you are left with 2 loops. This is how you should get. This is what you should get. This is the triangle shape or the 2 wings of the diamond. Now leave these 2 loops on the hook, and I'm going to show you what to do next. This is the right wing of the diamond and this is the left wing. Now what we're going to do next is just count 5 stitches from the first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and work another modified treble crochet stitch in the 6 or around the 6th one, like this. Yarn over twice. You have 2 loops on the hook and yarn over twice. Insert your hook around the chain number 6 or the stitch number 6 and pull through. You have 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So you have 3 loops on the hook. What you're going to do now is just slip stitch in the next stitch here in the row and using these 3 loops like this. This is the next stitch here. So I'm going to keep the yarn behind my hook, insert my hook in this stitch, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the 3 loops here. So this is what you should have. This starts to form triangle joined together, and this is the join point of these 2 wings of the triangle. Now I'm going to repeat the same, just do 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I am going to repeat doing these front post trebles in each one. Yarn over twice and insert your hook around this stitch here and pull through. Now yarn over only 1 loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. You are left with 2 loops. Keep them on the hook. Yarn over twice, count 5 stitches from under in the first row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and work around the 6th one here. So you have 5 loops, yarn over and pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. You are left with 3 loops. Just slip stitch in the next stitch in this row. Insert and just pull through all the loops on the hook like this. Repeat this and do 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again you are going to repeat the triple modified front post like this. Yarn over twice, insert, return to this stitch. So you have these loops, yarn over and pull through 1, you have 4, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2 like this. You can use these fingers to hold the yarn and help you while doing these stitches. You are left with 2 loops, yarn over twice, count 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the last one or the last stitch here, and just do the front post triple. Now you are left with 3. Find this stitch here and just slip stitch all the loops on the hook. Now work 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this is the end of row 3. You should have this shape here. You have this first part of the diamond all joined together. Now this is the first stitch that I intended to introduce to you, the modified unfinished triple front post stitch, which gives you the shape of the diamond. The next stitch that I intended to introduce is the parry stitch. It's like the cherry stitch that we have introduced before in the previous videos, and you can of course return to it if you wanted to know it. It's called the parry stitch because it's rather little different from this cherry. We are going to do it like this. Just chain 1, turn your work. Now let me explain it first before we proceed. This is the parry stitch. I wanted my parry in the middle of this diamond, so I do have here 5 chains or 5 stitches inside the diamond. So I want to place my parry in the third one, but this stitch is worked with 3 chains or 3 stitches, sets of 3 stitches. So here is what I'm going to do. I do have here 5 single crochet, and I'm going to work in the third one. So I just turn my work like this and work 1 single crochet, then 1 slip stitch, then this is how I am going to work my parry. I am going to insert my hook in this stitch, yarn over and pull through. I have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through only 1 loop. Repeat this 4 times. Insert, yarn over and pull, and yarn over and pull only 1 loop. Another time, only 1 loop. 4th time, only 1 loop, and a 5th time, and only 1 loop. You have here 6 loops on the hook. You are going to yarn over and pull through only 5 loops on the hook. So you are left with 2 loops. You are going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now this is the parry, and finish this stitch with 1 slip stitch in the next stitch like this. So you just end your parry from here, and it just pops like this from here, just like little parry. And you can see it's more round and shaded. Now repeat doing single crochet, 1 single crochet, and another single crochet, and another single crochet. So now between each parry you are going to work 3 single crochet. Now I'm going to work another parry. Start with a slip stitch in this stitch, work the parry in the second one, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you have 6 loops. Yarn over, pull through 5, yarn over, pull through 2, and end it with a slip stitch in the next stitch. Now work 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Now start doing another parry, slip stitch here, insert your hook in the next, yarn over and pull through only 1 loop. You need to be careful about just doing this only 1 loop 5 times. And 5. So you will have 6 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 5, you have 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and end it with a slip stitch. Repeat 3 single, 1, 2, 3, and do another parry. So as you can see, this parry stitch is sets of 3 chains. So if you want to make a whole square of parry stitch only, you just chain multiple of 3. Finish it with slip. Now end your row with 2 single crochet, and this is what it should look like from here. See, this parry is in the middle of this triangle. See? Now to start another row, you are going to chain 1, and this should be 1 2 3 4, row number 5. You are going to work this row single crochet in each stitch, so like this, 1 2. You have here the variety of doing one single crochet inside the slip stitch here or under here in the hole like this. So it will look little bit different, but it doesn't matter because it won't be seen anymore. And just don't forget to work in this. I hope this is clear here. This one, insert it in here and work single crochet all along this. Now I have finished my last stitch here, and this is row 5. It looks like this. To start row 6, you are going to chain 1, turn your work and work the whole row half double crochet. So you are going to yarn over, insert the hook and just pull through the 3 loops on the hook and work the whole row half double crochet. So you have 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet in row 5 and row 6. Now I have reached the end of my row here, and I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work to work row 7. So this is how I'm going to work it. I'm going to finish this diamond and end it in here. So I am going to work 3 single crochet in the beginning of this row and in the first 3 stitches here. So this is the one for the height, so I'm going to start in here and work 1 single crochet, another one and another one. So I have 3 single crochet like the 3 stitches that I left them at the first row to do this joined point. Now I am going to do modified treble front post in here. So I'm going to yarn over twice, return to this stitch here, this wing, and work front post around this one here. So like this, I'm going to insert it from under it, around it, yarn over and pull through, and just yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Keep these 2 loops on the hook and yarn over twice, and this time I'm going to work in here between these 2 wings or at the joint point of these 2 wings. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to take this loop here and this loop here. So I have the loop from here and the loop from here, and just yarn over and pull through and work my triple front post modified one. I am left with 3 loops. I'm going to slip stitch in this stitch here, keep this yarn behind, insert, pull and pull and pull the whole loops on the hook. So this is what it should look like. See, you just closed the diamond and joined this with these 2 wings here. Repeat doing 5 single crochet, 1 2 3 4 5. Then do the same, yarn over twice, go to this point where you joined the first one and work in these 2 loops here, these 2 loops like this. insert it in the same 2 loops here, and just yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and another 2, yarn over twice, find these 2 loops, this one and that one in here. 1, 2, 3. That's why I call it modified treble, because I do 3 yarning over and pull through, and I am left with 3 loops on the hook, and just slip stitch in the next stitch. Work 5 single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and repeat the same. 1, 2, 3. So some of you will ask, just insert your hook under both wings here. If I did that, I will lift up with this shape, this one here. It's not like this here. So you will have just this part will be complicated and will gives you a little bump, and I don't want this shape because I want my parry to pop up in here. So I am only going to work in these 2 loops only, which makes it a little difficult, I know, but it will give you very good shape. 1, 2, 3, and just a slip stitch. 5 single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, return to this one here, 1, 2, 3, and the last one, it doesn't matter, you are going to work it in here, in the last stitch here around it, and work just 1 front post and slip stitch in this stitch here. And now this is what you should have. You can see that these little parries inside the box or inside the diamond, and you can just adjust these shapes here. And of course there is a missing angle here because I only did small portion. If you repeat the same pattern that we did before in the previous squares with 26 chains and 26 and another 26 and add 2 at the end, you just will have this from here and this is from here. You will have the whole diamond here like this. Now to continue doing the last part of our stitch, it's going to be easy. You are going to chain 1, turn your work, and work this time the whole row of half double crochet slip stitch, which I have introduced in the second square in a video before. You can just go to the playlist and find all about it. For those who don't know how to do it, you just yarn over, insert your hook in the chain or the stitch, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops. Just use the last loop on the hook and insert it in both 2 loops, and continue doing this all along. Now I have finished my row of half double slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and this is the shape it should look like. This line here will mark the end of my pattern here. So I am going to repeat this pattern from row 1 to row 8 4 times to have the measure of 8-inch square or 8-inch rectangle in the length. Now again, I have worked this pattern in 2 rectangles. I have chained 78 chains, then add 2 and worked in the 4th stitch here. First row half double crochet, second row half double crochet, and the third row I have done 1 modified treble front post in the 4th stitch here, and start repeating 5, leaving 5 stitches, then do this pattern of front post treble crochet, then another row of the parry, and then finish it, and just separate these 2 patterns with 1 row of half double slip stitch, and repeat it these sets 4 times, which gives me 8-inch in the length and 24 inches wide. So I'm going to repeat these 2 times and finish my blanket. And in the next video I'm going to show you different techniques to join the squares together, and I'm going to show you how you are going to join different size squares together, because some of you just did their squares only 20 chains and other squares 26. So I am going to show you how we are going to join different sizes squares together to match. Now don't forget the challenge that I have said it at the beginning of the video. Please share. I will be more than glad to like all your creation and see them all. Now I hope you like the video and find it clear and informative enough. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video with another different pattern.